Hello and welcome back to my channel, Juice It with Zita. It's a very sunny and a very hot day here in Calgary, and I have been advising people to stay hydrated and to use smoothies as meal replacements. And I thought about it, and I was a little concerned. People may just have too many smoothies and then they get tired of it. So I decided to come up with some other alternatives. So in my last video, I came up with a smoothie in a bowl that you can actually incorporate vegetables into it and other fruits, and it's really creamy and heavy and very satiating that you can use it as a meal replacement. So after that video, I got a lot of questions about what the difference is between a smoothie and a smoothie bowl, and so I'm going to answer your questions in this video. The first question is, what is the difference between a smoothie and a smoothie bowl? The major difference is that you will use a spoon to eat your smoothie in a bowl instead of using a straw with regular smoothies. And this is because the smoothie in the bowl is very creamy and it's very hard to pull it up through the straw. So the major difference is the texture. The smoothie in the bowl is more creamy. It has a thicker consistency than the regular smoothie, which is more liquidy. Another question that I got, why a smoothie bowl? Does a regular smoothie not meet the requirements? And I would say it does, but there are some advantages using a smoothie bowl. The first thing is that it is very easy to make. It has very limited prep time, like less than 5 minutes. You can wash your fruits and vegetables, toss them in a high-powered blender, and it's ready in less than 5 minutes. So because it doesn't take a lot of time to make the smoothie, it's a go-to. And the cleaning of the blender doesn't take too much time, which is something that people complain about when they're using high-powered juicers. Using a blender for your smoothie makes it very easy to make, and if you're rushing out in the morning, it's something you can easily make and fulfill your nutrition needs for that day. Secondly, because these smoothie bowls are loaded with a lot of fruits and vegetables, they are also very nutrient dense. So you have a lot of protein in them, a lot of fiber, a lot of fats, makes it really satiating. And so when you use it as a meal replacement, it's one of the best ways to gain your required daily intake of nutrients, to lose weight sustainably and keep it off. And lastly, it's very versatile. You can play around with different fruits and vegetables, different combinations to come up with what actually suits you. So because of that versatility, it's also very convenient. And you can have it at any time. You can have it for lunch, you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for dinner when you just want to have a light dinner, or you can have it as a snack in between your meals. So it's very versatile. It's something that you can always go to when you need an alternative or to move away from what you've been having frequently. The next question that I got was, how do you make your smoothie bowl to be very thick and creamy? And in the last video, I used a yogurt, oat yogurt, which helped to increase the texture of the smoothie, and also avocado in that particular video also helped. Another important thing we need to consider is you can also use frozen fruit. When you use frozen fruit, it adds to that creamy texture, and also limit the amount of liquids that you add to your smoothie, because that will help to reduce the thickness and make it lighter. So use yogurt, and if you want it lighter, then you can add liquids to it. The next question I got was, what do I use to make my smoothie bowl? And I think I've already given that part away. You can use a high-powered blender or a food processor to make your smoothie. And when you are using these high-powered blenders, they are usually very effective and efficient, so you do not necessarily need to include a lot of liquids into your smoothie, and that too helps to bring out that creamy texture that you would love to have. Another question I got was, what toppings are good for your smoothie bowls? I would say you can add fresh fruits. Remember, when you're doing the smoothie itself, you're using frozen fruits. But when you want to add toppings to add crunch and texture to your smoothie, you can use fresh fruits. You can use nuts like almonds, shredded coconuts, or whatever nuts you have available in your pantry. And you can also add seeds to it, like chia seeds, flax seeds, to increase your omega-3 content. So the toppings that you add, because of how versatile smoothie bowls are, you can add different toppings depending on what you want to get out of your smoothie. Maybe you want to get sweetness, you add sweet fruits. You want to get crunch, you add nuts and seeds. So play around with that and come up with whatever works for you. And also, do not forget to add spices like cinnamon, turmeric into your smoothies, because those two have very nutritive and medicinal rewards when you consume them. And the last question I got was, how do you store a smoothie? I would advise that it's very important to consume your smoothie immediately it is made, because then you have all the nutrients still intact. But if you have to keep them overnight to consume the next day, you can just keep it in the fridge in an airtight mason jar. Close it up very tightly and leave it in the refrigerator. And when you get up in the morning, sometimes it might have settled. You just use a fork to stir around to mix up the ingredients one more, and you're good to go. But I would advise that it doesn't take so much time to put together your ingredients and get a smoothie out of it. So I would advise that you do it when you are ready to consume it, so you get all the necessary ingredients from your smoothie. Finally, we've come to the end of this video. I hope I have answered all your questions. So play around. You have smoothies one day, have juices another day, have smoothie bowls on another day, depending on what you want to get out of your journey, out of your health journey. And if you have any more questions, let me know and I'll be here to answer them. Have a wonderful day. Be healthy.